because I'm not used to this anymore. It's been a week and I forgot how to do things. Anyway, how are you guys? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good. It's been a minute, but I'm back. Sorry for the absence. Just had a lot going on. We lost my sister dog Molly, who some of you guys have seen before here, because I pet sit her a lot. But anyway, we lost her last week, and so things were kind of rough. But and just everything else going on with grandma, dad, and my uncle. So it's just a lot going on. Doing okay, and I'm here. Oh, hey, Andy, how are you? You're awake! Yay! I am too. I just got work, so I'm awake definitely now. Give me a couple hours. I'm tired again. Oh, yeah, we lost our little puppy dog. Our sister. Well, she wasn't mine, but she was my sister because I lived with her for like 10 years. So she was my parents' dog and my sister dog. So it's been very sad, but I knew I couldn't come on here and tell everybody. I would be too sad. So it'll be. Grandma's doing pretty good at the facility. We're still sad she's at the facility, but doing pretty good. So that's good. And I finished my rainbow hexie cardigan. So I finished this one. It's huge. It's really big and oversized, but I like it that way. And so it is done. And then I also worked on this one's like done, but I need to weave in some ends. So that's why they're little clips with my ends on them. So I made this one, big black and white one. And this one's not as big, but this one's a little more fitted. I may go back and put like a waistband, but I'm not really sure yet. But I figured black and white goes with everything, and I wear a lot of black. So yes, Arthur. Arthur wants his dog puzzle. Here you go, baby. Here you go. He said, "Mommy, it's time." And then I went to Goodwill yesterday, and I was looking for one of these. Hi, Larry. How are you? Larry, I'm working on your raccoon. I had to restart, but I'm working on it. I wasn't happy with it. One of his ears was a little like this. So I was like, gotta redo that. I've got him sitting over there. His little face is done, and so I bought this sweatshirt. And what I'm gonna do is cut the sleeves off. And I bought it at Goodwill, so it was like a couple dollars. And I'm going to cut the sleeves off and crochet sleeves on. I don't know if I'm going to use this or not. This is like super old, like vintage red heart from my grandma. But I don't know what I'm going to use yet, but I'm considering using that. Yeah, I think that's going to be cool. It's going to be similar to like the granny square sleeves on the hexie. So it'll be cool. What about fabrics? What do you mean, what about fabrics? I'm not sure what you mean, but so this didn't even have a tag in it when I bought it, so I didn't really know what size it was or anything, but I put it up to me and I was like, yeah, this will fit. So I didn't want to cut up a brand new one, so I was like, let me get one from the thrift store. I am from North Carolina. I almost said more simply. I was like, wait a minute, don't do that. But today I'm working on a pair of shorts. So I've never made a pair of shorts, but I have elastic for the waistband. And I've done the waistband. You can kind of tell. Let's see. You can kind of tell the ribbing is the waistband. And then down here is the actual shorts part where it's not ribbed. I learned a new stitch. Is it synthetically made? I'm sure it is. One of the sweaters that I bought from Goodwill was an acrylic sweater. But I'm gonna just wear that. It's got like a tiny little hole in it, but I can fix it. And then I'm not sure about this because it has no tag, and I'm pretty sure it's some kind of cotton or something. But like I said, it's getting a second life. It doesn't look like it's ever been worn before. I told my husband, I'm pretty sure it's never been worn. Just looking at like the folded sleeves, like the ends of it and everything, it really looks like it's never even been worn. Somebody just cut the tag out of it and donated it. So. Are you selling all that? It depends. No, not really. Like, I'm not selling this. I'm not selling the black and white cardigan. They're mine. I sell a lot of like little stuffed animals and things like that. The shorts I'm going to keep. I've just started making clothing. So, because I really didn't think I could, but I found some really good tutorials. And it's helped a lot. I thought I was just doomed to make animals forever because I always thought it was so cool people could make their own clothes, you know? But and I always wanted to, and now I can. And I've got a lot of secondhand yarn too, so because my grandma had a lot of yarn that she's not using. Oh, but what I was going to say is I learned a new stitch for this, the shorts. So it's called a linked double crochet, and I really like it because, and the girl who used likes it because these shorts are going to be like full coverage. Oh, hi Bailey, how are you? I'm good. I'm making my first pair of shorts. But I learned the linked double crochet, and that's what's down here on the bottom. This is just like classic ribbing, but this is a linked double crochet, and I'm stretching it, and you notice like it doesn't have holes in it like a normal double crochet, like heck the crochets. You can pull these little clusters apart and see in between the holes, right? But these linked double crochets, you can't pull them apart and see through them. So it's going to be like a full coverage short with no holes in it. And you can make them as long as you want. You can even make pants. But it's a tutorial by Heather. Oops, my stitch marker's caught on my cardigan. It's a tutorial by Heather Gallman. And I have her name in my description. So if you need help to spell it, I need to put the link. I'll put the link in after. But anyway, she has the shorts tutorial. And so far, it's been really easy. I've followed 2 of her tutorials so far. I did the shrug by her and this. And she really loves, I forgot to ask how everybody is. I'm sorry. It's been a minute since I've been here. How is everyone? But I'm so excited to be here. I feel like I'm talking a mile a minute. And I just kind of chugged like half my coffee too. But anyway. So I really like this new stitch though. And she's really good at teaching, but she likes double crochets. So most of her like tutorial crochets, which are great because I love double crochets. And this just happens to be a little different. But basically, it's not difficult, the linked double crochet. I think you have to start it a little different. And then after that, there's a loop on the side in the middle, and you go in on the side of the stitch instead of the top 2 V's. And then you just yarn over, pull through, and then you have 2 loops, and then you insert it into the next stitch, and then yarn over, pull through, and then just do a normal double crochet. It's really cool. I like it. I think it's really useful for like sweaters and just anything you want to like not have holes in it, which is hard to find with sometimes. So far, where are you, Erwin? Where are you from? Since I'm far away. So I'm on the East Coast, right in the middle. Right in the middle. It's pretty warm today. It's like, I think the high is like 86. So it took me a few minutes to cool down. Everybody follow each other. I'm sorry I don't have Nightbot in here, but everybody follow each other. Hi, Alyssa. How are you? Because I don't know if some of you guys know each other, like Bailey and Andy. You guys are like, who is who? Simply Made by Hand is Bailey, and Crafty Witch is Andy. You guys both live stream. And Bailey's family has a whole farm and channel and a large family homestead. So if you're into that kind of thing, you should follow them. They're really sweet. Her mom and dad goes live, her sister. I've been able to catch a bunch lately because I've been up in the morning. Well, I mean, I'm always up, but like I'm up and then I'm like getting ready or whatever. So I can kind of like put the phone down and watch while I'm getting ready. So it's been nice. Seeing the cows and the chickens in the morning. Since I don't live with my parents, I don't get to see the chickens in the morning anymore. I still hear them. Because they are down the road. I'm going to change these stitch markers out to prettier ones because I want to. Just because I want to. Stitch markers in the ends of the shorts to make increase so that your hips fit. Hi, Victoria. Welcome. Welcome. I am working on a pair of shorts today. I can barely fit them. The good thing is, though, this ribbing does stretch, and I'm going to add elastic to them. So, which you maybe have. It's still open in the back. I just have a stitch marker to like hold it. And since you weren't here, I will show you guys this if anybody missed. I finished my big giant rainbow hexy cardigan. Hold on. Apparently there's a leaf in there. There we go. Didn't know that when I showed it to you earlier, but here it is. I'm trying to look through the cardigan to show you. Oh my gosh. What did I do? Put it on or was it inside out? I don't know. Inside out or nope, now it's inside out. Oh well. It's okay. It looks the same. Except maybe the cuffs. But anyway, here we go. My ginormous hexy cardigan. It's rainbow except for pink instead of red. I don't tell, but it is pink, not red. I finished her. That's my very first one, and it's huge and massive. And then I did a slightly smaller one that is black and white, if I can find it. I just need to weave in the ends, which is why it has these little things dangling from it. But I did a smaller one that fits me a little better. It's not so oversized. But I wanted the other one oversized. And I'm still debating. I might try to go back and put like a cuff on the bottom of it to like cinch the bottom in. And I'm wondering if I could like potentially basically make one of these and then put elastic in it and then somehow attach it to the bottom. It might be a game of like making it the right length, but I feel like maybe I could do that. I know there's a way to add a cuff on the bottom. Oh, thank you. Yes, I did. I finished it. That's like one of my dream projects, guys. Like really, that cardigan, the rainbow one, is seriously one of the things that I always wanted to make. If I saw one, which there's a lot of people that make them, but there's a girl in particular, and I don't know her actual name, but her and her husband like do crochet stuff. She does crochet and her husband makes hooks, and her name on Instagram is Wickedly Handmade, and I think on YouTube as well. And Wickedly Handmade, and she makes like really pretty crochet hooks with like crystals on the end, her husband, and like resin and wood, and they're just beautiful. I'd be scared to use it almost. All right, there. You're banging the camera, young man. Hold on a minute. What are you doing? What are you doing? He said, Mom, I can't help it. My paw moved over to the tripod. All right, I gotta take this stitch marker out and do an increase, a linked double crochet increase. All right, I can't, let's see. Do I remember how to do this? I think no, I gotta do a regular. Oh yeah, I just go back into the same stitch. Okay. Yeah. The same thing, you just go back into the same stitch with it instead of the next stitch. And then I need to replace the stitch marker in that first one that I did. Okay. I'm gonna use these little stars. Aren't they cute? They have glitters in them. They're really pretty. I was using the little cat heads, but I'm gonna use these. I got them from Etsy from my favorite shop, Making Meowgic. She does safety eyes and stitch markers and amigurumi sticks and stuff like that. I don't want to forget anything. But I love her Etsy shop. If you are ever looking for safety eyes, I highly recommend look at Making Meowgic. So like a cat meow, but GIC at the end. And she is so good. I love her stuff. I have never gotten anything from her and thought it was messy or any like in any way. It's all it's beautiful stuff. Because a lot of times, like I'll order safety eyes and they might be on the cheaper end, and which I understand why they're on the cheaper end because they're a little messy. Like there's some glitter on the edge, or you know what I mean. Her work is just beautiful. There's never a piece of glitter, a piece of paint, a piece of anything on the side. Gorgeous. Sorry, I haven't been able to catch more of your live. I'm trying to get back into watching more of everyone's. Oh, you're good. I haven't been either. I really haven't been either. I feel bad. I missed so many lives last week, but it was just a lot going on. I've got 3 family members that have health issues, and then I've got like serious health issues and like cancer and stuff. And then I've got actually 4. And then I've got 3 immediate. And then we lost my sister dog, and so it was rough last week. So I just haven't been around, but I'm trying to get back into it. My husband was like, "Are you gonna stream?" I was like, "Yes," which I'm expecting him to pop in at any moment because I don't remember if I told him that I made it home from work or not. So I feel like he's gonna pop in and be like, "You didn't tell me you'd made it home. Sorry." He's done that once. Like, you didn't tell me you didn't get home, because we always tell each other. We've done that since we were dating. Some people would probably think that's like a control thing or like I don't know, but it really wasn't. It was just a safety thing, and we just always know where each other is, and when we leave, we always let each other know. which I feel like is good because then at least one person knows exactly where you are at all times, you know? Hi, Liz. How are you? It is a real flower. It is a, which is why it's kind of curly because I walked home in the sun. But it's a tiger lily. There was one blooming in my boss's yard, and I was like, ooh. And then I was like, it's kind of short to put in a vase, and she was like, yeah. And she was like, you put it in your hair, and I was like, okay. Thank you. Hey, look, come on up here. Come on up here. Say hi to the people. Come on. Come on. I'm using this like a blanket. No, no, no. Hey, you need quit. Well, do you need kibble? I think you have kibble. I gave you some before I left this morning. Yeah. Come on. Hop up here. No, hop up here. Come on. He's like, I don't know how to hop. Come here. Come here. There you go. He barks when he can't get to me sometimes too, so. Yeah, it's okay. I also got a really pretty white cardigan. It doesn't have like it does have a brand name, but it's like not one I've ever heard of, or like a name on it. But it was nice. I think I paid like $16 for 3 sweaters and a little acrylic like lipstick holder thing at the thrift store. Can't really beat getting 3 sweaters for $16, can you? No, not particularly. Thank you, Liz. I appreciate that. Thank you. Liz is always sweet like that. I try to do that. Sometimes I do, like, it slips my mind, but I always try to. Everybody hit the like button. Yeah. Because I hit it so fast, man. When I go into a stream, I hit that like button so fast that I don't even realize I've done it. So I sometimes go back and check to make sure because it's so automatic for me. Oh, thank you. My little Arthur. My little Arthur. Here, you want to sit in Mommy's lap? Here, you can sit right here if you want. Sit right here. I know, you don't like it when the yarn touches you, though. He doesn't like it when the yarn, like, dangles over his little ear, his head. He's like, huh. Gives him the heebie-jeebies. Yes, it gives you the heebie-jeebies. No. I love you. What? There's no more treats over there. No. We're going to go outside after this and hang out in the yard because it's hot, but it's pretty. And the sunshine is out. We get some vitamin. You work on our shorts. All right. No, don't bark. Thank you. He turned around and looked at me like he was about to bark again. I was like, don't you do it. You have all the things you need. You've been to potty. Good. He got his treat again, his Kong ball. I don't know if there's anything left in it, but, you know, he's going to try. I'm curious. Did I already? Oh, I'm silly. I'm not that close. I thought I was really close to the joining part, and I'm not. I'm actually very far away from it, so I don't have to worry about that now. Okay, good. I was like, I don't know if I remember how to join it together. It's 2020 vibes. I can see that, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes it's hard for me to remember like what time frame is when. Like I remember when I was younger a lot, but like then the middle years get kind of blurry about like what was going on at that time. They all kind of blur. How old would I have been? 28, 27. My birthday is on Sunday, you guys. I don't know. I think we're gonna go get some food and stuff. I don't really like to do a lot for my birthday. It's not really like, I don't know. Sometimes I like to do anything for it, but I do try to like go get a meal and stuff. No, it's a real tiger lily, which is why it's kind of like curled on the edges because I walked home in the sunshine, kind of curled. Thank you. I will be 32. 32. I'll be excited to be 33 though, because 3 is my favorite, so that'll be a fun age to be. I can't believe I'm that old. I don't feel that old. I still feel like I'm very young, but I mean I still am young. Okay, I get that. But I feel younger than I am. Sometimes, you know. Then there are other times in which I'm like, God, my body. I feel like my knees hurt now. Hurt when I was younger, you know. It's June 8th. It's Sunday. I'm a June 8th summer baby. Well, I guess it's technically summer. It's technically spring, but I consider myself a summer baby. I'm sorry, Liz. I didn't tell you, did I? I forgot. I'm a pair of shorts, which I've never done before, but I learned a new stitch, and it's called the linked double crochet. And so when you stretch it or anything, it doesn't have those holes in between. Most double crochets have those little gaps in between, and it doesn't have that. So it's like a nice full coverage shorts situation. I'm a little nervous, I'll be honest. I'm a little nervous to get down to the like, I guess the crotch area, the leg parts, because that's some, I don't know how that's going to work. Like, I don't know how to crochet that. I've never done it before. But Heather Gallman is great at explaining things, so I feel like I will be able to do because so far so good. But I'm a little nervous about is making the like middle point. I wonder if we're gonna have to. No, I think we counted the. I was wondering if that's why we counted the even number of stitches for these stitch markers to make like a center point here, but no, because I think the reason that was for the increases on the side for your hips. Basically, right now I just have to keep going until I reach the desired, like, not length, but sort of length until the leg part. I think I'm gonna. Hi, Miss Rivera. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you for wishing me a happy birthday. I appreciate it. Oh, hi, Vima. Hello. Hi, Miss Rivera. Hi, Vima. How are you guys? I am crocheting a pair of shorts today, but I will show you guys some other stuff. But I'm working on a pair of shorts. I've never made a pair of shorts before, but I found a really good tutorial and a really good YouTube channel. So I've been doing that. And I also made this, and it's fully done. I've even worn it a couple of times. It's inside out right now, but that doesn't matter. I made this big giant rainbow hexy cardigan, and it's all done. When I did wear it, I did get several compliments on it, so that was nice. And I told one lady, she came over to me and she goes, "I love that. I love the colors." And I said, "Thank you." Them out myself. I was like, "Amy, you just made it sound like you picked the colors out and paid somebody else to make this." So I won't say that again. I will say, "Thank you. I made it myself." But anyway. Oh, I bet, Miss Rivera. It is hot. It's like 86 here today. Oh, thank you. I made them. Well, I bought the charms, and then I made these gummy bear. They're gummy bear bracelet. It's like all the colors of the rainbow. All right. But yeah, and then I made this black and white cardigan, which is done, except I just leave in the little ends here. But otherwise, it's all done. Kind of doesn't quite fit, but you get the picture. And then I was telling them that I also bought this at the thrift store yesterday so like just a plain sweatshirt, and I'm gonna cut the sleeves off and crochet sleeves on it. So I am excited to try that. It looks pretty simple. Basically, all you do is cut the sleeve off, and then you take some yarn and sew back and forth, like all the way around the sleeve hole, and you use the yarn from where you sewed to crochet into. And then you basically make a sleeve similar to this, like a granny square style sleeve. But you could do like single crochet. But I think I'm going to do the like granny square style, so it'll be a little like airy, I saw a picture of it, and I saw somebody else do it, and I was like, that's cool. And then I realized people do it with hoodies, with all kinds of things too, when I looked it up, and it's really cool. And I've even seen people take actual granny squares and do it too. So you could use actual squares. You can just go around with the cluster stitch. You can do all kinds of things. But it's really cool. I can't wait to try it. I think it'll be like a good sweater to wear like in between times when it's kind of chill, but don't want to be like too warm, have armholes. Because that's kind of how the hexies are. They're warm, but they also breathe a little bit because they do have a holage in them. But the shorts are going to be different. I'm excited. Now that I'm making clothes, I want to go to the yarn store and look at yarn and find some like really nice soft yarn, because I'm thinking that I would like to make like another hexie and another pair of shorts already in another kind of yarn that's like nice and soft, So that's what I want to do. Bye, Bailey. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. I hope you have a good day. But I think that would be nice to make some. I know there's like that silky soft yarn that would be nice to make them out of. Even simply soft would be okay too. But or cotton, or I don't like a soft would be nice. I think that would be good because then they would be like, I don't know. This is acrylic, and I'm kind of make things out of acrylic sometimes just to test it out and see how it's gonna go. Because it is cheaper than like investing in a lot of things, and I have a lot of it secondhand as well. And I'm still gonna use one of the acrylic. I just may not wear it like in the summer or something, because it may be too hot. And this should soften up once I wash it as well. I've even heard people iron their crochet. I think Miss Angie said she irons her crochet. Any birthday plans? Let's see. We are gonna get some food. I've got from where? Usually, what we have been doing the past couple years is my husband is like sort of picky when it comes to like restaurants and food, and there are certain ones he doesn't normally eat at because he doesn't normally like that stuff. So I'm trying to take advantage, and I'm on my birthday. I usually pick a restaurant that he normally would never go to, but that I like, or that I used to go to with my family and stuff like that. So, Arthur, why are you bumping into Cardigan? So anyway, I need to pick a restaurant to go, and I think Mac's mom offered to take me out on my birthday, but I don't really want to do. I'm just not. I don't know. Family never did that, so I'm not really used to it. So I think we'll go on a different day, like maybe Monday or something. They offered to take me to Cheesecake Factory, which is nice, and I love cheesecake. So they know that's the way my heart. Give me cheesecake, just cheesecake. I don't even need the meal. I'll take the cheesecake. Oh, hi, Josie. I have been wanting to pop into your streams, and I keep missing them. I don't think I'm getting notifications like I need to. You're another person I need to resub to, because I wanted to pop in, especially last week. I really did, but I need to go back and watch is what I'll do. But I have been wanting to pop in, and I just haven't been able to. But I haven't been popping into that many people. So I think I popped into Miss Angie's on Saturday. And I popped in early morning stream one day, and then one other stream I said hi in. I don't know. There's been a couple, but not many. I haven't been around very much, but I'm working on it. Because usually Fridays, usually I have like a good at least minutes to an hour on Friday after like 5 that I can still chill on YouTube before my husband gets home. So I try. Some gets home a little earlier. It just depends. Sometimes later, sometimes earlier. Depends on who he's talking to after work. I think everybody knows that. What is he chewing on? Oh, okay, it's a toy. I was like, I don't know what my dog's eating. He's chewing on this little piece of his puzzle, which you probably shouldn't actually be doing. Arthur, do you have to chew on that? Hey, can I see that? You have to do that? Don't do that. Thank you. It's probably best, Aw, I'm doing good. Thank you, Miss Rivera. Thank you. Can you see it? There's glitter. There's glitter on there. There's chunks of glitter on there. I kind of treated myself the other day because I got some Wet and Wild, a little SpongeBob collaboration, which I'm not really even into SpongeBob like that, but they had a little palette, and I was like, oh, I want the little pink palette. So I got the little palette, and I got the little, what is it? Where is it? This stuff's pretty cool. Where is it? Here it is. I got this stuff, which if you watch Bob, you probably heard of Coral Blue #2, and this is like Coral Blue #2 lipstick, but it's really like a lip balm, and it changes colors or whatever. It turns pink. So I got those little things. They were cute. I like the little lip balm. It almost turns purple on me for real though. Like it's so pink, it's almost purple. I think it's like one of those like pH changing lip balms, which I usually don't like. But lately I'm like, I have noticed I don't have as color to my lips as I used to. And I'm like, you know what? I guess getting older that happens. My grandma would not leave the house without her lipstick years ago. She told Grandpa, turn around, go get that lipstick, girl. She looked in the glove box. She said, My lipstick's not in here. Kermit, go back home. We sure did. We went back and got that lipstick. Oh, me. Grandma probably didn't wear nothing else. She might have had some powder or something, you know? But it was like, I ain't going nowhere without that lipstick on my lips. Gotta have some rouge, some lipsticks, and something. It was funny. I'm glad I remember that. That is a funny memory I have of Grandma. It's her, and she won't go nowhere without that lipstick. We had already made it a good little ways down the road. Oh, man. I guess we were going to school or doing something. I don't know. No, they must have been going somewhere because if it was just school, she wouldn't have cared as much. But she must have also been going somewhere because he was there too, and they were both going. Yeah, because they drove us to school growing up, Grandma and Grandpa, because Mom and Dad work or whatever. Well, Mom wasn't working, but she was sick, so Grandpa and Grandma drove us to school. We could have rode the bus, but we would have had to have been driven to a bus stop. So kind of no point. Might as well just drive us to the school, even though it was 30 minutes away or so. Bus stop's only about 10 minutes away, but whatever they wanted to do, it was good. I'm glad we did because we got to spend a lot more time with our grandparents than we would have if we did not have them take us. So, and I got to talk to Grandma so much as I got older. I became the only one that was still in school and stuff, and so I got to hang out with Grandma and Grandpa and talk to them a lot, which was nice. And me and Grandma, sometimes I'd tell her about what was going on in school, give her the gossip. Well, so-and-so is pregnant. They're trying to hide it, Grandma. It's May, and they're wearing scarves. That's a true story, though. Oh, me. Now, I don't know about the May part. Okay, the May baby alive, but I'm pretty sure it was like getting questionable time of year, and you're like wearing scarves to hide your belly. I mean, I get it. I would have been, it would have been very sad. So glad they did not happen to me. Bless them. I think they're doing well now. And that's good. That child is probably 13 years old now, which is wild. Absolutely wild to think about that they could have somebody my age could have a teenager, but it's possible. It is certainly possible. Arthur, I had the cat in here before stream, but the kitty was a little crazy, so I had to put him back out because I knew that I would have to get up like 20 times if I didn't. He was jumping on stuff he wasn't supposed to jump on. He's still young and still learning his boundaries in the house because he's not in the house all the time. He's in here about half the time, and so he's still learning not to jump on the kitchen table and the kitchen counters and things like that. We have the spray bottle, which helps quite a bit. The humane way to help, and usually it's not the spray bottle. Usually it's get down, and that works. But sometimes the spray bottle helps too. I don't know if I did that right. Let me get back. These are going to take a while. This stitch is a double, but I don't know. It seems like it just takes forever. I guess it's so many stitches around. I think it's like 160 stitches around or something ridiculous. Because I'm pretty sure it was like 80 something and 80. Yeah, I think I said 87 and 80 something. It's at least 160 around. So that's why it's going to take me a minute to build up the shorts. But I'm hoping I can work on the raccoon. I'll show you guys the raccoon in a second because it just doesn't look right. I got to restart it. But I think that what do you call it? I don't know what I was saying. Never mind. But I need to restart the raccoon. Its ear is wonky looking. I think it's my color changes. I don't know if I need to just find a new way to do color changes or if I just need to redo it. I don't know. I'm going to try to just redo it. And if that doesn't work, I'll try a different way to do color changes. And if that doesn't work, I'm going to ask Larry if I can use different yarn. Because I don't know what else to do. Because I really want to do this pattern because it's like more realistic of a raccoon. And so I'm like, oh no. Oh yeah, Miss Rivera asked how everyone was. Everyone's doing good. Grandma's doing pretty good from what I've heard. And I haven't seen her. I'm gonna go see her. I need to ask Dad going this week and if they're gonna bring the puppy and all that good stuff so I can go help them. And which the dog did amazing last time. She literally just sat next to Grandma. Nobody held the dog's leash, nothing. It was awesome. I'm so glad they let the dog come because Grandma was just laying there with her. It was the sweetest. They let my grandma's dog go visit her at the facility, which is so nice. I'm so thankful because I was like, we're going to make that happen. Even if they don't allow it, we're going to decide in the parking lot to meet this dog. But thankfully it worked. Allowed to bring the dog in. Oh, hey, Miss Angie, thank you. Doing the same thing on Saturday. I was working on, oh, wait a minute. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, Miss Angie, but I will show you real quick my cardigans. Hold on. Let's see. Here's my black and white one. Give it a second. And then here is my rainbow one, which is a lot larger than the other one. But yeah, they're big hexy cardigans. This one's inside out. I need to flip it back. But anyway, big old giant cardigan. And then this one's slightly smaller. But I will say, just a tip. If you make one of these and you want to like striped one like this, don't just row of the color because that makes like a checkerboard. I didn't think about it when I first did it, and it basically was a checkerboard. And then I realized I needed 2 rows of each color to make actual stripes, at least. So anyway, but yay, thank you. Did you wear your rainbow one? I did wear it out. I wore the rainbow one, like, I think I've worn it to the grocery store twice. And I think both times 2 people said something to me. And one lady actually knew what it was. She was like, I like your granny square card or your hexy or something like that. And my husband goes, oh, like I didn't even say it. My husband before me goes, oh, you know what it's called. Like he was impressed, by the lady knowing that it was actually a hexy cardigan because I had said it a million times, so he knew what it was. And so he was like, oh, you actually know what it is? And she goes, yeah, it's like a granny square. And he was like, yeah. And then she left or whatever, but it was really cute. And then some other lady said, I love the colors. And I was like, thank you. I picked them out myself. And then I was like, dang it. I shouldn't have said I picked them out. I should have said I made it myself because it makes it sound like, I didn't, make it. It makes it sound like I gave somebody else the colors or something. I don't know. But anyway, Uncle and Dad doing all right. They are. So, Uncle, thank you for keeping me on track, Miss Rivera. Uncle is doing pretty good. He got some good test results back last week that his levels were doing better. And I think, I don't want to say the wrong thing. Let me look at this text that I got. I'm not going to read the whole thing because it's personal, but I want to make sure that I say this correctly. He had good news about his CT scan. His liver spots are totally gone, and the pancreatitis area is smaller. So good news, the chemotherapy is working, which is good. I mean, it doesn't mean that it's not going to, but it's good. More time. We will continue doing both chemo meds and recheck the CT in about 3 months. And his platelet counts are doing good. I don't know the numbers or what they should be, but somebody might, Miss Angie might know. But they're at 164,000. But they say that's good. And normal liver enzymes. But he's a little tired and short of breath, but he's getting a hemoglobin infusion or something. And that's supposed to help give him more energy and stuff. So yeah, that was really good news to hear. And I was really glad to hear that. And let's see, Dad's doing okay. Dad, I think I told you, but he has one real hernia, one forming hernia, and then on the other side, and then he also has some cholesterol buildup, from what I understand. And so he's got to get the cholesterol buildup looked at and taken care of, I think, before he can do the surgery for the hernia. So he's taking it easy and everything. But I just get nervous because he's like, my dad did not doctor when I was growing up, like at all, ever, like any doctor. And so I don't know why, but he's a man. I don't know. But so now that he is getting older, he's gone, and so I'm glad he's going and takes, does all the things, takes blood pressure medicine, cholesterol, all the things he's supposed to do, and even quit smoking, stuff like that. And so I don't know, I just get nervous because he never went to the doctor, he's never had surgery, so it makes me, but he'll be all right. He's a man. He's a man. You can't explain sometimes the men folk and why they do things. I have this problem here at the house, this problem at work. Sometimes I go to work and I'm like, why did your husband, ma'am, my patient, why did your husband throw that dirty rag in the sink when the washer is 3 feet to the left? Like, could he have maybe, So it's, you can't explain sometimes. Women too, women too. We all do the things. Platelets, 1,000. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know, Miss Angie, because they had told me before about platelets, and I was like, I don't know what's normal. I knew they had said they were too low one time to commit. So it's good. They're going back up. They're going back up. I'm so glad he's doing well. I know he's tired and everything, but like I said, hopefully those iron infusions and everything will help with that a little bit. And everything. He's such a funny, outgoing man. It won't keep him down long. He's maintained a pretty good attitude. I'm sure he's had his moments, but we all would if we were in that situation. I cannot imagine, and hope I never have to. Ugh. Oh dear. All right. I wonder. I think I'm like 4 rows in or so. I'm not keeping track. I guess whenever I make another pair, I'll just do the same thing and measure it on my body as I go. Because I'm not really keeping track of rows or anything. I forgot to change that stitch marker. I'll do it. Yep, I'm so glad. Dad just needs to take it easy. As long as his little hernia doesn't burst before his surgery, he will be fine. And it can happen in years, it can happen in days. You just never know with stuff like that. So just got to remember to try to take it easy and not jump on and off the tractor and stuff like that. Arthur, are you trying to stop chewing that again, honey? Arthur, come here. Come here. Arthur. Arthur. Arthur, come. Here, good boy. Thank you. Why did you take so long? Don't chew on that, honey. Please. Okay. Go. Where's your cotton ball? What'd you do with it? Just don't chew on that thing. It's plastic. We'll go get it. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Rita. Not today, Rita. It is Sunday, the 8th. Yes, Sunday. I know I had to check. I was like, wait, is it technically this week? I'm going to consider it this week because it's the beginning of next week, but I'm going to consider it this week, okay? And an anniversary, that is right. That is on the 16th, so 8 more days after the 8th. And then that is my 1-year wedding anniversary, which I don't know what we're doing for that. I have no idea. My husband has been very quiet. I don't know if that means nothing or if that means it's a surprise. So we will find out. I don't expect a whole lot or anything, but I would like something like a card or something, something. Card, dinner, something. That'd be nice. It doesn't have to be all that fancy. One day I want to go back to Sullivan's, though. I'd like to go back this year because it's also going to be our 10-year of being together. That's kind of almost more important than the 1-year wedding anniversary. So yeah, it'll be 10 years of being together. Yep, 16. Yep, that is right. They're pretty easy to remember because the 8th and 16th, they kind of, I don't know, makes it easy for me anyway. That's the day we started dating on, so I figured it would be like officially dating on. So I figured it would be a good day for us to get married on because then my husband wouldn't have to remember 2 days, He could just remember the same date he's always remembered. And yep. So far it worked, 1 year in, it works. I don't think he is right now. I know. I've been waiting for him to pop in because I can't remember if I told him I was home from work or not. So I'm like, I'm waiting for him to go, you didn't tell me you were home from work. But I don't know where he is. Oh, no, you're good, Rita. You're good. 3 and 8 are so close. Aw, today is your first anniversary. You framed your vows and you wrote a letter and put it in a glass bottle. Oh, that's a good idea. I've been thinking because I was like, what can I do? And I ordered something, but that I can like kind of make into something for him. But I don't know if it's arrived or not. Like it shipped today, so in theory it should be here. Yeah, it'll be here. It's the 3rd. That's fine. But it's small, and so I need to do something like that too, like write something, or yeah, that would be good. I like that idea. I have to go to the Dollar Tree and see if I can find a bottle. Sometimes they have those like little beachy bottles with the corks on the top. That would be cool. I like that idea. That's a good idea. And the vows, that's so cute. We were gonna do our own, but we ended up not doing it, which I'm kind of glad we didn't because we knew we were both gonna just cry, and we did. Uh, so I'm glad I didn't because we would have choked on them. But and we still kind of did a little bit, but at least we were able to still. It was so like, but we changed them. They were different. They weren't like the traditional vows. They were. I should find them. I around to see if I could find them because I could also do the framing thing. But I should look. We have. I know where they're at. They're in my box of wedding stuff upstairs. I have the whole thing and the guest list, all that stuff. Yes, I should do that. I should look for those. I need to do that because our vows were different, and I changed. I didn't. Which part didn't I want in there? Ours weren't like to having to hold. It wasn't like that. It was different, and I liked it. We looked them up online and found like other different versions and found one we liked, but it was cute. I can't remember what it was though. Aw, thank you, Miss Rivera. Bye. Um, I can't remember. Gosh, I wish I could remember, but it was different, and I liked them a lot because it was, and it wasn't like sickness and in health. There was none of that. Wealth and none of that. It was different, and I liked it. Now I can't remember what they were. I'll have to look it up. I'll have to go upstairs and look in our little box. That's a great idea, though. I should go upstairs and I should look in our little box and see what's up there that I could use. Like we had like custom candy wrappers for like chocolates. I should get one of those, and I could like make a little like page out of it, like a little collage or something, and frame it. That's a good idea. I like that idea. We also had these. I wish I could put that on there, but it's as big as the whole collage would be. We had these like banners, and they said Mac and Amy, and then I forgot some other like phrase too. Two different phrases. You should find them to print. Aww. Yes, I should. I want to go look upstairs after this and find them. If I thought I know exactly where the box is, it's literally right up there, but I think it's a stack of papers, and I'm gonna have to look through the papers to find them because I want to remember the vows too because they were different. And I know we didn't get a video package done of our wedding, which I didn't even know the photographers offered it until like a day before our wedding, and I was like, "Are you serious?" And we had already paid so much for everything, and everybody else had too that helped us, and so I just did not want to ask anybody for anything, and so I didn't get my bouquet preserved or anything. I really wanted to do something to it, but I didn't do anything. I dried a couple pieces in silica gel, but and I need to do something with those, but and I still have my bouquet all dried up, but I want to preserve it somehow, like in resin or in a frame and press it, or I wanted something like that because I've seen so many amazing artists online do that, but I could not dare. My mom said, "You should have asked," and I said afterward, and I said, "I just couldn't ask anybody for anything else. I don't know how much that stuff costs, and I just couldn't ask anybody for anything else. I'm sorry." And she's like, "We would have tried," I'm like, I know, but I just didn't want to do that to anybody because I'm sure it's several $100s. And they had already done plenty for us. You had a fake flower bouquet and you still have it. I know, I hear people do that. And I'm like, darn it. But the problem, I think, is I grow flowers. So if I had a fake flower bouquet, everybody would have been like, what the heck? You grow flowers. Why didn't you grow your flowers? And a lot of people did ask me, did you grow your flowers? No, I did not grow the flowers. They were pretty much roses, pink roses, purple roses, white roses, but lavender roses flown in from Ecuador the day before, because apparently there was a thing with the florist that I didn't even know about until like, oh, the day before to my wedding. Because apparently they didn't want to stress me out, I guess, anymore. And so basically they called the florist to confirm my flowers, and they were like, "What flowers? What confirmation? What are you talking about? We don't have an order." Oh, okay. Well, I was going to pick up flowers in 2 days, so I was just checking on them. Sorry, that person went home that day and didn't put the order in. Anyway, they took care of it, but my wedding colors were purple and white, lavender and white. They didn't have any. Hold on a minute. I'm going to do two things now that I'm thinking about this. We're going to do this, and then we're going to do this because I want to. Let me, hold on. I got to wait for that to move. Standard. There you go. No pressure, Amanda. I'm not pressuring you or anything, but I like you. You're good. but I'll give you the capability just in case. Because I like to be able to talk to my mods and stuff outside of here on Instagram and stuff, and I know I can do that with you, so that's good. But if you see anything and you're watching and you're able to, you can delete it. But I won't fault you if you don't, because plenty of people are crocheting and doing other stuff. So I'll try to catch it if I'm not busy. But which also reminds me to do this. But anyway, so I don't know, man. I can't remember what I was talking about, but man, I don't know. I'm gonna figure this out. But the wedding thing would be nice. Oh, the flowers. So they didn't have my purple flowers. The whole thing was purple, and they didn't have any freaking purple flowers because my husband's favorite color is purple, and one of mine is purple. So anyway, there were no purple flowers. So I called my parents. Would you believe there are not going to be any purple flowers at my wedding? And he was like, "What?" And my dad was so sweet. He's never really had to do anything like this for me. But he did. He called the local florist, and he was like, "Listen, my daughter's getting married in like 2-3 days. Can you get some lavender roses? Like, is there any way?" And he was like, "Yes." And so he ended up getting them, but they were flown in from Ecuador like the day before. And they were still in their little buckets. And he was like, "Wait, the florist had to keep them for a certain amount of time because once they got off the plane, he had to like put them in certain, like the water or whatever, and let them get pretty again." And so anyway, we got them like just in time. We were literally putting together bouquets when my dad arrived with the roses, the purple roses. We were in the middle of it, and he arrived with more like actual purple roses. It was wild, but it worked. Hi, Abigail. How are you? But it worked, and I was very thankful. My dad really did. He really stepped up, and he was like, "My daughter's going to have her purple flowers." So that was really nice. But we did really good with the flowers, I think, because we didn't pay very much for them. For as many as we had, like lining things in the walkway and on the tables, and I feel like we did good. But we also did pick some hydrangeas from my mother-in-law's yard. We used those too. I forgot about those. Those were on the table with the roses and whatever else. We had sunflowers and I don't know, different things. But I think the sunflowers were mostly outside on the walkway. I'm good. I hope that you are, and I'm good, and I hope that the weather is good where you are. I haven't seen you blowing away any times recently, so that's good. I always used to see poor nature fairy blowing away in the wind on her streams. I felt so bad. I was like, every time I come, it's windy. I feel like I'm the wind with me. I'm gonna switch my stitch marker. I just figured out that my magnetic needle holder holds stitch markers. I'm like, ooh. Well, the ones with the metal, obviously, but I'm like, ooh, I could put stitch markers on. I really like that little magnetic thing. It's like a needle minder. I highly recommend those if you're always losing your needle. What am I doing? Did I just do a regular double crochet? Sure did. What we're doing here, we're doing linked double crochet. The weather has been good. Oh, good. I'm glad. It's pretty here. It's been kind of rainy last week, but this week it's been nice. And I think it's supposed to rain Thursday and Friday, but that's it. And it's not that much of a chance, I don't think. But it's been warm. It was really nice yesterday. We even like sat outside we went to the movies which we've only been to the movies twice in our 10 years of dating. He's been with like his friends and stuff, but like I'm just not. I haven't been to the movies that much since I was in school. But we went to the movies yesterday. We saw the Friendship movie, which is like a really weird, like awkward comedy, but he really likes the like main guy in the movie. Funny. It's not my favorite thing, but it was funny. I'm working on a pair of shorts. Oh, you have a cold. Oh no. Bless you. I know so many people are getting colds right now. I was like, I thought cold season was over. I mean, I know it, but just confused because seems like my grandpa just had a cold and now you have a cold. And I'm like, where are these colds coming from? Oh, Amanda, that's cool. That's cool. I know. I bet that'll be pretty. I'm like, yes, design my house all you want. I love doing like you can't tell because if I had a lot of money, I would decorate my house in marvelous ways. But um, but we've only been here a couple years. It's still kind of like a little hodgepodgey, to be honest. Like getting everything together and like getting everything that we want. And we want to get a new couch at some point soon, but we're working on that and maybe a little bit because we may need a mattress. Well, he wants a new mattress. We don't need one, but he wants a new one to be more comfortable, which I get. But I'm afraid if we get a new one, I'm going to be less comfortable than the one we're already in. But because the one we're in is not bad, it's just the way I sleep hurts my back. But I can't help it. I can't help it. Hi, Winsome. Hello. How are you? Oh, Winsome. Sorry, you guys. I've had too much coffee, I think. Because I didn't drink any this morning. And then when I came home from work, I was like kind of already amped. And then I had coffee. All right. Excited to show you because Winsome helped me a little bit with this, guys. Because I was like, I don't know how many rows to do because I figured out my thing looked like a checkerboard. It's inside out. That's why I'm having to do this. I really need to fix it, but it looks the same. So whatever. Except for the seam, I guess. But look, I did it. I finished it. Ah. I finished one. I need to weave in the ends, but I finished another. So yes, and now I'm working on a pair of shorts, which white is a weird color, I know, for shorts, but I figured one, they'll go with everything. Two, I have tons of white yarn, so it's no loss there. And three, the other reason, it'll go with like any like top I have. And then also, because if I could find because I'm also thinking that I should get another pair with the retro stripes yarn because it's like my favorite, and I want to use it and make like the waistband this and then the shorts white. I think that would be cute, or just all of this, but I don't have enough of this to do that. Just the waistband. That's what I was doing at the movies, but I had to frog it because I had skipped the itch because it was dark. Anyway, at least I got to crochet at the movies. I wanted to do that. I could see decently. Jess, thank you. How are you, Jess? Bye, Gail. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you. Oh, thank you. Thank you, guys. Yeah, Winsome helped me figure out. I was like, how many rows do I need to? And she was like, well, I did 3. And I was like, okay. I think I did 2. Yeah, I settled on 2. I don't know how much yarn I had. But she helped me figure it out. Because I was like, I did one and it turned out like a checkerboard. That's not what I was going for. And I was like, how many rows should I do? Yeah, then it all worked out. She made me feel better about it. Because I was like, I know she's made one before. Hers is beautiful as well. Hers looks so like, I don't know. Yours looks more comfy than mine. Mine's so big and like, I don't know. But yours just looks, the yarn looks comfy. I would like to make another one with like some really soft yarn and make it kind of long, like a cardigan, long cardigan kind of thing. Because you can always add rows to the ends. Like you probably didn't even notice this. I bet you guys haven't noticed. Watch. Okay. So I didn't screw up. I redid the cuff like 3 times on this though, because I kept making the sleeves and then they weren't long enough. And so basically square stops right here. So, or the 6-sided square. stops right here. And then I did another row of black thinking that would be enough and long enough. Nope, was not long enough, wasn't here. So I was like, okay, that's not good. So I went around the entire thing one more time with black because I had thought that was going to be the end. So it has 3 rows. But the problem was I had already weaved in my end and I couldn't really undo it without all 3 rows. So I left it like that, and then I did 3 rows of white, 3 rows of black, and just continued the pattern, but only around the sleeve to make just the sleeve longer, and then did the cuff. So, which I'm finding, oh, I was like, I didn't weave this in. That's because this is the one I haven't weaved in. Hi, Jim. I am working on a pair of shorts right now. I was showing you guys my sweaters that I had made, my big cardigans that I made, but and my big rainbow one, which I'm gonna take back over here. And yeah, but right now I'm working on a pair of shorts, which I've never made before. But if anybody is interested in making a pair of shorts, I'm gonna put the link in after I upload this. So if you're subscribed and you see it in your feed, today's live, this is like I'm back in birthday week, then this will be the one that has it in the description. And her name is already in the description. They're like full coverage shorts by Heather Gallman, 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 Heather. And so that's the tutorial that I'm doing to make these shorts. And so far, I really like it. It is a different stitch for me. It's what do you call it? Linked double crochet, but it's not hard. You just go in on the side and kind of almost do your double crochet as normal, but it's cool. It makes like a really nice fabric sort of that doesn't have holes in it. So normally you'd have holes in between all the double crochets, but it is really nice, and it'll be really nice for a pair of shorts so you won't have holes everywhere. Because I've wanted to make shorts before, but I've never seen a pattern that I thought, oh, I'd wear that in public. Because most of them have like holes everywhere, right? Like most of them are granny squares or something. I'm like, I'm not wearing out of the house. But these are like full coverage shorts. So I'm like, cool. I guess you're afraid of the holes being too. Yes, I know what you mean, Winsome. Exactly. Yes, I've thought of that so many times with so many different things. And this pattern is pretty versatile. From what I understand, you can just keep going and make a straight-legged pant with it. Or somebody left a comment and asked her about making a flared leg pattern to it, which I guess you would just add increases to the side, just like this. Now that I'm thinking about it, because hold on. So for these shorts, you do the ribbing at the top and you fold it over so it's like double layered. So what I'm going to do is put this elastic in here at some point. I don't know how any of that's going to work, but at some point this elastic is going to go in here, and then I'll close up the band, right? And then also the thing is, so you do the ribbing and then you do all these, and then you get to, I don't know where I was going with that, but anyway, you split the legs. But I'm thinking if you just keep going, oh, I know where I was going. Increases on the side. So you put the increases on each side so that you leave room for your hips so that it like gets bigger. And I'm guessing I could do the exact same thing for the pant legs. Just count on each side of the pant leg to make it even, and then put an increase on each side of the pant leg starting at a certain point on each side, and then just do a couple increases going down. That would make flared pants. Ding! I don't know why I didn't think of that. The only thing I'm worried about is my thighs are a little big, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm worried that if it goes straight from here, but it's fitting through my thigh anyway. My thigh's already gonna be there. My thigh it gets smaller, not bigger. So yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'm overthinking it. I'm overthinking it. Yeah, I know. I haven't either, but I'm excited. I've always thought like making clothes was so cool. I never thought I'd be able to be honest. I usually make like that's a little dinosaur and that's a cow, a little strawberry purse. And so usually I make things like that. And that's kind of what I started doing. And I never thought I'd be able to make clothes. Like gauge swatches confuse me and all that stuff. But I've found some good tutorials where, that stuff's not necessarily necessary. And for this, basically, you just measure it around your waist for the waistband. And as long as you can stretch it over your hips, the ribbing has some stretch to it anyway, they'll fit. So I'm guessing there'll be a little more measuring when it comes to the leg holes, but I don't know. I'm assuming she's not thinking all her legs are the same size. She's thorough. She knows what she's doing, right? But I highly recommend Heather Gallman, especially if you like double crochets and you want to learn how to make clothing. Check Heather Gallman out because she's really talented at making tutorials so far. I followed 1.5 of her tutorials so far, and so far they're very clear and very good and mostly consist of double crochets. So oh, I know it is fun to bump into people, isn't it? You're like, wait a minute, I saw you earlier. But yeah, I like this. It's cool. I had never heard of Link double crochet until I saw her video. I don't know. I think I found her through shorts actually, because I think I was scrolling and saw her on there, and she made a short about how like crochet is her favorite stitch and she uses it a lot. And I was like, you know what? That's kind of favorite too, really, other than like just a classic single crochet. And yeah, I don't know. I followed her, and ever since then I was like, dang, she has tutorials. She's got like some like an off the shoulder, oversized, like 3/4 sleeve, little shrug, like sweater thing. And I'm trying to think what else she's got. I think she's got another sweater. I think she may even have a vest, the shorts, like a regular shrug that like goes up here, and then the long sleeve. That's the first thing I made from her. And I don't know, bunch of stuff, but cool stuff. I highly recommend her. So I've got to put that. I need to check the link, and I need to go check for my vowels upstairs after this. Have I finished the mousse? Winsome, don't kill me. The mousse is sitting right there. You guys would not believe the only thing I have to do is sew the freaking antlers on it, and I haven't done it yet. So that is one of my goals this week, to sit down and sew the antlers on. I have to be in the right mood sometimes to sew. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm going to mess up if I'm not like in the right mood. So I've got to sew the antlers on. They're literally on there with amigurumi sticks already, but I've just got to sew them on. It's literally like this big around. It's going to take me less than 5 to 10 minutes, okay? But I've just got to do it. And so anyway, I need to do that because I wondered, my parents asked me, and they said something about going to visit, and they may bring it with them when they go visit. And I was like, oh, okay. So I got to work on that. And then I think that's a good idea. I should do that. Let me grab it. Let me go get it. Maybe I'll do it now. Dang it. I want to do one more thing to it other than this, though. I do want to, whoa. Oh, so what's that squeaky? I do want to, actually, there's 2 things I need to sew, but I'm not worried about that one right now. Okay, why is my yarn stuck? All right, I know, I leave way too long of a tail for everything. I've got like a mile-long tail. All right, little buddy, is this sewn on? Oh, no, it's just stuck on there. Okay. I've got a little or not a T-Rex. What the heck is this thing? It looks terrible right now. Its horns are falling off, and its headpiece is falling off. All right, I gotta sew that too, but I'm not as worried about that. Here he is. Here's my moosey, who to me doesn't look like, anyway. I'm not thrilled with it because I don't think it looks like a moose. I think it looks like a baby moose. I'm gonna put whites around the eyes, and I hope that helps, like make it cuter, you know. Because I wish his little thing was. But sewing is a mood, right? I know. Good. I'm glad I'm not one. I'm also like, I've heard Jenna say that she won't sew after 8 p.m. And I'm like, I've always been that way. I will not sew late at night because I'm scared I'll screw it up. I think I'm going to try to sew his little antlers on right now, you guys. I really should. So I'm going to try. Arthur, what do you need, baby? Hold on. Let me check your kibble bowl. Hold on. Hold on. I'm trying. Hold on. What? This isn't a toy. You know that, right? Hold on. Oh, you don't have any kibble. My goodness. Hold on. Let me open your jar. Yes, you have a special jar. Kibbles. Okay. Let's see, what time is it, baby? We'll go out in like 20, 30 minutes, okay? Yeah, we're going to hang out for a little longer, though. Don't get tangled in my yarn, baby boy. All right. I'll guys this while I have it in my hands. I need to It has 2 more horns, but they're not on here. One on its mouth and one on the other side of it. Well, look, it's a dinosaur of some sort. I can't remember what it's called right now. No, that's not right. I can't remember what this is called. Can someone help? What kind of dinosaur is this? Where's your other horn? he get triceratops. There we go. He gets one down here and another one up here, which apparently is still over there. Or no, I dropped it right there. But yeah, he gets one down here and one up there, and then he's done. Other than I also have to sew on the frill, which is why I've delayed it because of the frill. But he's got the prettiest eyes. I don't know if you see them, but they're iridescent and sparkly, and they have stars in them, and they're beautiful. Yes, triceratops. Thank you. Excuse me. I could not, for the life of me, remember. Okay, no, I don't want that needle. I want a different needle. Let's see. I want a bent tip needle. If anybody does amigurumi or anything like that, and you are used to using like straight needles, you should try the bent tip needles. You really should. They're like this. Let me see. Put one next to a regular needle because it's very slight, the bend. Or at least the ones I have is pretty slight. Mine are clover, I think. So the gold one has like a slight bend to it, and it's really helpful for getting like little tiny crevices, like getting in little crevices. Oh, it's not magnetized though. It will not stick to my needle minder, but I thought it was metal. Nope, it's plastic. It's just like coated. But I really like these. Use straight needles. I mean, I use the straight ones a lot actually, but I prefer if it's like a small space or like a tight area, those are really helpful. You can bend a regular needle, but that's a little dicey. And then I also recommend these giant needles if you do like big projects like that dinosaur. This giant 4, 5, 6 inch, something like that needle is really helpful because it won't get lost in your projects like those other ones. I've definitely been weaving in ends and completely lost a thing. But yeah, I think I'm going to do the whites around the eyes. I just got to decide what yarn to use. Be nice and substantial. But I think that will give it a cute look to do the whites in the eyes. So yeah. Use it so hard. Accidentally like that. Oh me, I think I love the eyes. Oh, thank you. Oh, you're making a half pink, half green crochet scarf. Ooh, cool. I think I missed another one too from Amanda. What she said? Arthur is like, I need you right now. He is. He really is. He's used to get me when he wants me. That's for sure. He's like, Mommy, you doing that thing again? You're not supposed to be doing. Arthur, what are you doing? Okay, I'm just making sure what you're chewing on. He keeps wanting to grab his puzzle pieces out of the puzzle and chew them. I'm like, don't do that. We're going to take it away. You only have a piece of a puzzle. He needs a new puzzle, to be honest. All right, I'm doing it. Here we go. It's been months in the not months, but sort of months in the making because I made this a while ago and I just have been moving it for some reason and not finishing it. All right. I was really nervous about making this because I had never made an antler like this with 3 or anything that you attach like 3 pieces to and make. I don't know, but hey, I did it. I still don't understand how people use acrylic yarn to sew things on because I'm like, how do you attach that acrylic yarn to a piece? That part is what I don't understand. Already coming out of the piece, so that makes perfect sense to me. But I'm trying to make sure it's straight like that. I'm going to probably go around it 2 or 3 times, even though I know this is going to an adult and they're not going to be pulling on it. Hey, boo-boo. Yeah, we were wondering where you were. Did I tell you that I came home? Because I might have forgotten. Oh, my flower's getting real sad, guys. We don't have to boot the flower. But I wonder. I don't know if I told you I was home or not, but I'm here. No, I did not. See, I told you guys. I was like, I don't think I told him I was home. Ugh. Sorry, boo. Hi, Emily. Thank you for popping by. Aw, thank you. Hope you have a good day at work. I need to pop into your little thing and message you. Yeah, I didn't tell him I made it to work. I just knew it, man. I made it home from work. Sure. These are also, by the way, amigurumi sticks, and they're from the Making Meowgic. And ooh, I love them. Love them, love them, love them. They help a lot. I mean, I used to use knitting needles, and they're the same thing. These are just fancy. But sometimes it's nice to be fancy. These also are good because they come with an extra silicone bead, so you can use the silicone bead to like really pin it in place. There we go. I was like, I can't find the hole. What's that light behind you? Looks like something is on fire. It's a candle, boo. It's fine. My husband's like, what is that? Is it okay? Yes, it's fine. Look, it's a candle, you goof. And no, it's not close to that wire. It just looks like this. Yeah, it's several inches away from the wire. It's in the middle of the table. The wire is behind the table. Yes, it's fine. It's fine. My father was a fireman. I'm safe. I'm good. I have a very healthy fear of fire. Trust me, if I thought that would catch fire, I would get up and move it. My husband one time caught, I don't know what caught on fire. It was like a paper towel or something. And my husband was like, honey, baby. And he said it like pretty calmly for like there being a house fire. And all of a sudden he was like, honey, and I come in the room, it's like flames. And I just so calmly put it out. He was like, why are you so calm? And I was like, I don't know. I don't know. We were both so calm about it. And then he was like, he was calm when he called my name, but then he was panicky. And then I was just like very chill about it. And he was like, that was weird. I was like, I don't know. I guess he didn't expect me to be so calm in like a situation because I'm not always calm. But he was like, dang. Oh, your dad is a retired firefighter. My dad is technically retired as well. He was a volunteer firefighter for, gosh, I don't know, however long it takes to freaking retire. And he still occasionally goes to calls and stuff, but yeah. He was a volunteer fireman for a long, long time. I swear. I always say, seeing a group of guys that you know walk into a burning, like kick the door down and walk into a burning building, one of them might be your dad, is like a horrible feeling. So you're like, because I specifically remember that one day going to a fire with him and seeing him kick the door down and stuff. And I was like, oh God, I hope that's not my dad. Turned out it was not, but I didn't know that. It was a group of them. For all I knew, it was him. He stayed outside, but still. He's only ever been burned once, too, which I feel like is pretty good for somebody who got all the way. It's like a fighter flight, right? Psychopath calm. Oh, it was like psychopath type calm. I don't know. I knew it would be okay. It was a small fire. I just took care of it. It was fine. Okay, these are a little. You see what's happening here? They're kind of like floppy, but I think if I to like keep sewing it so over here so that it doesn't do that. But if that doesn't work, I'm gonna do my little tricky trick, which is put the end back in and pull it out through here. Sew this one on, pull the end out through the same hole, and tie those two in a knot tightly, and it should pull it up. We'll see. I'm gonna leave this one for now. I'm gonna cut this ginormous. Look at this tail left. I've already sewed it on and I still have this much tail. Do you think I'm nervous about my tails or not? I swear. I'm so nervous. I'm always like scared I'm going to run out of yarn. Let me cut literally half of this. Okay. I know that's such a waste though, but I can use it for like details and stuff, but I don't know. I'd rather have too much than not enough is all I can say. I'm glad. I'm like, no, it's so much. This one's not as bad, I think. Or is it? This one's pretty bad too. Let's see. Oh, there's a knot in this one. Let's gotta get that out. Yeah, it is a lot of yarn. I'm like, I need to stop doing that. Some people are so confident though. Like I've seen Miss Angie, for example, not necessarily with amigurumi, but Miss Angie, she'll cut like a 2-inch yarn tail and weave that bad boy. Like, how do you weave in a 2-inch yarn tail? I mean, I guess with your hook, but like, magic to me. I don't know. All right, move, so we can get your other little thing. He also had little nose holes. Did he have nose holes or not? I can't remember if the picture that the pattern came from got nose holes on the little moose or not. You like to live dangerously. You do, Miss Angie. I swear. I have seen people do that, and every time, like, I don't know how they're going to weave that in. But obviously they can do it because they're confident with it. But I need to leave like 18 feet, personally. Better too much yarn. That's right. That's what I always think. I can't. I'm scared. Yeah. So too much. All right. Let me make sure you guys look even. I know you don't look even because you're floppy, but okay, I'm pretty confident with that. Okay. I'm so glad I'm doing this. Yay! Maybe I can take it to the post office Monday if my parents don't go to the mountains next week. That would be awesome. I wonder, it's not that heavy. It shouldn't cost to ship. I just need to pack you up and give you a nice little note for Uncle Alan. My aunt's going to be like, all right, when's my animal coming? Oh, was I not? Did I not? Oh, is that why you're like that? I didn't stuff these, did I? Or did I? Was I supposed to stuff you? I don't know. I think it's fine. I mean, I can't remember if I was supposed to the horns, but either way, it will be okay. They're very like the blanket yarn, and they're not very big around, so it's almost no. This is stuffed, the knob stuffed, but I don't think there's in here stuffing. That why you're floppy? But I swear, if I do that and do the knot in the back, it's gonna pull it tight. I just know it will. It'll be okay. Lord be with me. Help me make this right. Bye, Emily. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Thank you so much. Absolutely, Emily. I need to see how things are going. I want to hear about your new job. Oh, Orphy. I was hoping that some people pop on since I was going on a little later, so I'm glad. Come on, pull. There we go. Oh, it flipped like this. I was like, something's not right. There we go. Fuzz. I'm going to have to vacuum this. Blanket yarn going everywhere. Thankfully, my husband's used to that. Doesn't mean he likes it, but he's used to it, you know. It's like yarn everywhere. There we go. I can be rough with this. If it was chenille yarn, I'd be being very careful, but this is blanket yarn. I'm too worried about it breaking. I would be devastated if it broke, but I've never actually cut a piece off after I've crocheted it on. Like, I know people do that. I think I have once, actually, now that I'm thinking. But I don't know about blanket yarn. I think that would be really hard to cut a piece off and then reattach it. I think I would end up cutting the actual animal. Oh, thank you, Jim. Thank you. I got the charms from Hobby Lobby, and you just like search teddy bear charms, and I even got the little stainless steel like bracelet from Hobby Lobby, and then I just bought some little jump rings and attached it. So I made it. Let's see, next Wednesday you'll be headed to Texas to see your family. Oh, good. I'm so glad. Your boss dropped the news that he's leaving this last day Tuesday. So you got open. Oh no. Oh no. So you won't be there when his last day is. Aw. But it'll be all right. You just have to say your goodbyes early, right? Aw, well, I'm so glad you're getting to see your family, though. That's because I'm sure it's very difficult being so far away. Mac's brother lives in the UK. He was in Japan, and then he was in Scotland, and now he's in the UK. He married a Scottish lady. Now they live in Bay together. I think they kicked him out of Scotland, so just because he didn't have a job or whatever. You have to have one. Or didn't have, I don't know, something. He couldn't find a job, something like that. He couldn't stay in the country because. So I think he came back here for a while, and now they're kind of settled there in the UK. Bye, Jim. Yes, thank you. I appreciate you coming. I hope you come back. Thank you. Have a good rest of your day. I'm going to have to get up in a minute and take a brief intermission. But I want to at least finish this bad boy. What time is this? 2? Yeah, we'll take that in a minute. And then we'll go outside, baby boy. I promise. It's too pretty of a day, even though it's hot, not to go outside. The sunshine is out. Might need to put a little sunscreen on. Yeah. All right, we're almost done going around both of them, and then I need to see about the knot situation, see if that's going to make them tight enough. Which, it's good to do this anyway. If it was for a child, I would have done this anyway. if I have more than one piece on a amigurumi item that I'm sewing on, I like to do the thing where I'll take both of these tails, hold on to them for a minute, and then I'll take them both out of, like, I don't know, a hole over here somewhere in the middle, and then tie those two in a knot together so that basically they can't, unless that's broken, they can't come off because they're tied together inside the piece. So that helps. So I think that's what I'm going to try to do, and a knot gives this antler a little bit more security. Oh, this one is more stable than that one. Why is that one floppier? Something about you is more floppy. I think I need to sew down there. All right. Well, that's why I didn't weave it in yet, so we can still fix that. I'm gonna just pop a couple more stitches on this side, on this antler, and then he will be done. I'm so glad. I'm glad we're finished. Thank you, Winsome, for making me get this moose out. Oh wait, don't go down there. Don't go down there. I almost put my end out the wrong side. I was like, don't put it down there. Let's put it out the back of the head. Right here. Okay. I hope you guys get what I mean when I say I take the two tails out of the same hole and tie them into a knot and then tuck them back in. Because like I said, it really is nice. And it just adds a little more security to the piece, because not only do they have to break the actual part that you sewed around, but then they also have to break a knot before they can get it off. Just makes me feel better as far as like little children. All right, this one. Yes, Amanda, you do. Oh, this country, but you do miss Texas a little bit, mostly your family, but you like it there. Oh, yes, that makes perfect sense. I mean, it would be kind of fun. Like I would miss like my grandparents, my parents and stuff, but I would also like, I'd be like go move somewhere else, like that'd be fun. But it would also be very difficult. And then especially depending on like, they offered us to move away with my husband's work one time, and I was like, yeah, right. You think I'm gonna move right now? Just got married. I might start having kids and stuff. Like, like I'm not about to move and move away from all my support, not at this time. Maybe one day, but not if I have a choice, not right now. But I think that's so cool and that's awesome and so brave, and I'm sure that has its rewards too. And how cool to live in have lived in two different countries too. And you didn't even have to learn another language, Oh, you think you're hungry. Oh, it's good to see you too, Winsome. Think you're hungry. Here's your culture shock. I bet. And the food, Amanda. Oh my God. The food there is so different too. I mean, you wouldn't think it is, but I know that it can be very different. You would think, oh, it's not that. You got different things than we do. They just do. All right, let's see. So far we're working with this. I'm going to see if this pulls them up anymore. No, not really. It didn't really pull them up there. I could. Should I tack them up like this? Should I go back in there? And I'm thinking I'm going to do that. Hold on. Which tail came from when, though? I don't know if it even matters. We'll see. Probably stuck in the stuffing anyway. But I think I'm going to go in and try to like put a little stitch right here and a little stitch here, so he's not quite so sad. So he's a little more upright. I'm not going to use the E word. Everybody's going to be like, the E word. What's she talking about? If you're grown, you'll figure it out. Upright and... Oh, hey, MJ! Oh, no! Quit it! We never get rid of MJ. Never. We keep her for always. We keep her for always and forever. All right, let's see, little moose. We're neglected moose. My uncle's like, he doesn't know I'm in it for him, which is why I was able to neglect it for a little bit, but I shouldn't be. I should just go ahead and give it to him. I'm waiting for Mac to ask me about it. He has forgot to ask me about it, so now it'll be done, and I won't have to worry about him asking me about it. All right, yeah, better. I don't know if you can tell, but you can kind of tell that one's a little bit more up than this one. That looks a little better, I think. still wish it was a little more up than that, though. Hold on. What? I just did that. It's okay. We can go back again. Do this. I'm just trying to pin it to that side. Like that? Yes, like that. Aha. Perfection. All right, now you go back out this hole. I'm in a good mood today, you guys. I'm glad I streamed. All right. Because I've been kind of down, but I'm happy now. All right, put that there. Get this. Oh, little baby boy is asleep. He is tuckered out from all his treats and fun times. We're going to go outside in a minute, though, baby boy. You better wake up. You better wake up. One more antler to tack down, and then we'll be done. Except I'm going to add the whites around the eyes. That's it. I'll try to do that here, but who knows? I tried to add white on eyes to one thing, and oh my gosh. Yeah, I fought with it for 15 minutes or more, putting whites around the eyes. And that is a long time for putting whites around eyes. But it was because the white part kept slipping like back here underneath the eyeball. And I was like, oh no. Sometimes it's easier to tell on camera if things are even than just looking at them. How do you fall naturally? So you're still a little low, aren't you? A little bit. Just a touch. But you're not tacked down yet. That's why. Okay. So if I do this, and I do this too. Yes. See another little spot I want to fix. There we go. Now, if I pull you, I'm happy with that, I think. Yes. Perfect. Alrighty. His ears are on. His antlers, I mean. Where are your ears? Does he not have ears? Oh, crap. He's got ears, you guys. Hold on a second. It's not a problem. I mean, I can still add the ears, but what the heck? Why didn't I realize he had ears? I see the tail sticking out of the box. I wondered why there was a brown tail sticking out of that box over there. That's why, because the fella's got ears, you guys. Hold on. It's fine. I can fit the ears. The antlers were originally placed where they were supposed to be, I think. So I think it's fine. I think the ears just go right under the antlers. It may just be a little annoying. I realize you had Tommy stick. Oh, may have rolled in between. All right, so I found the ears. Now let's just hope that they sit right under the thing. Okay. Again with the extra yarn, Amy. Okay. Let's see. Take an Ami stick and put it in the ears. Oh yeah, it's fine. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're just gonna put them right there. If I can find the other Ami stick, then I'll stick the other one on, and then we'll be good. But I am gonna go to the bathroom because I do have to pee. Sorry for the too much information. We will take a brief intermission in approximately 60 seconds for bathroom and hydration break. Okay, I like it. I like how Andy's always like, all right, everybody hydrate. And she'll take a little hydration break. I need to do that more because I'm always sipping water usually, but I haven't been today. All right, let me see. Is that where I want you? I think that's where I want you. We'll look at you in the camera, make sure. Yes, everyone say hello to each other. All right, I think that's pretty good. It's kind of going to depend on where these are sitting, I think. But I think that's pretty good, right? Maybe do you need to be up more? Or is it just because you're like squeezed in? I think that's pretty good. I think the lighting is throwing me off a little bit. And the way the ears are like squished, but I'm pretty pleased with that. So I'll throw those on in just a second. But we are going to first take a brief intermission. And thank God I just remembered to take my microphone off before I go to the restroom. Okay? I've never forgotten that, but I've always feared that I would take you guys with me to Tinkle by accident. So we're not going to do that. Do not fear. I'm going to leave you here with the moose and the Triceratops. Here you go, Mr. Moose. Would you like to be interviewed? Here you go. If anybody strange comes in, you guys just tell them this is the Moose's channel, okay? Any stranger dangers happens, just hang out with the Moose. All right. All right, Mike is there. Okay, Mike is there. All right, we're good. Now I can go pee. Okay, I'll be back. Ours would be good. Make sure we shut the door. I'm coming back. All right. Alrighty, I'm back. So I can clip this on without turning it off. That would be okay. Sorry, guys, I didn't mean to give you a view of my body. I took us. All right. Mr. Boost, does it hurt to have needles in your ears? Oh, hey, Pets World. What happened? It's an appeal process. Oh, yeah, that's right. I saw that, Pets World, that your channel got oh, that was so weird because she got a message like it basically said that she had somebody else's audio or something in her video, like if you had played like copyrighted music or something, but she never plays music or anything. So just thought it said the copyright. Yeah, you should. I wonder. I'll look it up, Pets World. If I find out how you can like appeal it, I'll look it up and see, because there's gonna be a way that you can like email. I think there are ways you can like email them or something and appeal it, but I'll see if I can find out like what the email is or whatever. He does have his ears pierced, right? He's got oh man, what do you call it? Crap. The full bar there in your ear with the two holes, like one here and one there. Industrial. He's got industrial. That's what he's got. All right, let's see. We can go ahead and tie these in the knot and get rid of 2 tails so that we don't have 4 tails hanging out of him. My fingers are it's wet under my rings because I washed my hands. I don't like it when it gets wet under my rings. It bothers me. He likes it on fire with crackers. Oh, he's a s'mores man. You're a s'mores man, Mr. Moose. I did not know that about you. I'll have to let Uncle Alan know. Oh, that's what I should do. Oh, that would be so cute, you guys. I should make little tags for them like Beanie Babies. Please don't steal my idea. Even though I'm stealing Beanie Babies. I should make little tags for them and give them little names and little birthdays, like when I made them. And then it should be like his favorite thing is s'mores. I'm sorry, that just seems so cute. I should do that, at least for the Moose. I should totally do that. Make him a little card with all the little details, you know. Oh, that would be so cute. Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you, Jazz. Thank you for doing that for her. Mr. Marshmallow is your friend hamster. Oh, well, damn. I want to name him Mr. Marshmallow now, though. But that would be so cute. Maybe I'll just call him Mr. Moose, or I don't know, but he needs a card with his birth date, and I think so. I'm gonna have to buy those little tags to put on it. I think, because I've always wanted to get the little tags to put on them, even though I know people are gonna like automatically remove them. So I should get the little ones and do that. That would be so cute. All right, I feel like a horse rider. I'm holding the reins over here. All right, ears. You're a little finicky to sew on, but we'll do it. We can do it. We don't usually sew things on because I get nervous, but I'm going to do it because it'll be fun. Because sometimes I sew things on strangely and I'm like, I'm not going to remember how I did it, but it's going to be fun. I'm going to remember. It'll be all right. Do something new. Plus, this is for a family member, not a customer. So if it's slightly wonky, it's slightly okay. But I think we're going to be fine. Isn't the moose for Larry? No, the raccoon is for Larry. The moose is the thing for my uncle. The raccoon is for Larry, which I have over there, and I'll show you guys before I leave. But it's just something about its face is crooked, so I've got to try it again. But I have a feel it's because there's like 15,000 color changes in it in the first like 2-3 rows, and I think that my tension or something because of those color changes is off. I don't know. That's my guess anyway. Let me take the stick out for a minute. The sticks are nice. They help you place, but then sometimes you need to take the stick out for a minute just to make sure you're really tacking it on there good. But I like the sticks a lot. They really help you place things evenly. But if you don't want to spend money on amigurumi sticks, get you a pack of knitting needles. Just go to the store and look at them and see what size you think is like not going to put too big of holes in your project, you know? Any size will work really, but it just kind of depends on the yarn you're working with, but they're very helpful for me at least. When I'm placing arms, legs, ears, antlers. My mom went to the store today and stayed in the Cardigan. Oh, said the same story. Like, oh my goodness, my boss does that sometimes. Pets World. He'll tell me the same story. I'll come Tuesday and he'll tell me a story, and then I'll come Thursday and he'll tell me the same story, and then I'll come Saturday and he'll tell me the same story again. Sometimes he'll tell me the same story twice in one day. And I just listen to it as if I have never heard it before. Most of the time. He just forgets. He talks to so many darn people. He'll talk to anybody, anywhere, that guy. Had to help him take his dog to the vet. My goodness, he was talking the vet's ear off. I was like, oh my goodness. And make a temperature blanket. Ooh, that would be cool. That would be interesting for where you live as well, Pets World. So I post Facebook and it says, I wish there was a skip intro button on my crochet so I didn't have to. Yes, I understand that. Because you just want to do the it's kind of like with the sewing it together and the weaving in the end stuff. It's like sometimes you just want to crochet. Like you don't want to make a chain. You don't want to sew anything or anything. Hold on a minute. That can't be real. Okay, sorry. I got one of those spam text messages and I was like kind of freaked out for a second because it says it's from the DMV, but it's not real. It says I have a traffic ticket. I don't own a car, so good luck with that. Good luck getting my money for that one because I don't have a car, so there's no way I could have a traffic ticket. Okay. All right. I love it when they do that. You need car insurance. I don't own a car. Sorry. Not getting me with that one. Right, it is. And the story does change. You're right. You're right. The story can change each time, just ever so slightly, you know? Or like what the person had told, what said, that'll change just the words they used. Yep, you're so right. It does change. That's funny. I kind of had that problem today. My boss or my patient was kind of talking my ear off, but I was like, I gotta, because sometimes they talk to me and I'm like, I gotta go do stuff. Like I got stuff to do, man. I'm trying to get home today. I got other things to do when I get there. It's sweet. He's like, don't leave. I know they wish I could stay all day, but it would just be, good Lord, they can't afford me to stay all day anyway. Not that I'm a very expensive caretaker, but I'm really not. But they couldn't afford for me to stay there all the time. Yeah, okay. It just looks funny. It starts to look funny because this one's been sewn on and it's kind of pinched, and this one hasn't. So I'm trying to make sure they're still straight. Arthur, what do you think you're gonna do later? You think you'll go outside, get you a suntan, get you some more freckles on your nose? He's got little freckles on his nose. They're adorable. Oh no, you had one that was frozen. Oh my gosh, what in the world? Never heard of that one before, that your Social Security was frozen. Oh. Oh my God. Bless. Oh my God. Blessings, Pets World. That's awful. That's, yeah, that's crazy. I've never heard of it being frozen. That is something. What the heck would that even? Well, I would be like, well, excuse me, what does that mean? Explain it has been frozen. It's not a credit card. Like what? That's a Come up with a better one than that, people. They've called my grandparents before and been like, your grandson's in jail. My cousin, like, he's in jail and you need to bail him out. Da, da, da. Thankfully, my granddaddy knew better, but gosh, just that really was somebody. Heaven forbid it really was in jail, or forbid an older person doesn't realize and don't, and they're like, oh my no, my grandchild needs help. I need to help him. It's all shame on people. Don't mess with old people like that. Period. It's frozen. I'm dead. I know. I'm like, what? It's frozen and I am dead. Oh my God. Oh. Oh, that's world. I know. I feel like older people they kind of can get nostalgic and kind of in those moods sometimes. I understand. Yeah. I feel like my boss can be that way too. He told me today, he said, I was in here crying. And I said, why are you crying? And he said, we just got so many people that take care of us. And I said, y'all are very loved. Y'all are very lucky. So y'all are very lucky. But they're very nice people, so they deserve it. They're the kind of give you the shirt off their back kind of people. They're very kind. They would. I feel like if I truly needed something and they could help me in any way, they would. They've always me to stay there if I ever needed to, and all that kind of stuff, which was very sweet. I never have needed to, thank God, but it's nice to know that I could. All right, I think it was done. Oh, wait, I gotta put a stitch in the front of the ear. Kind of flopping forward there. Please permission says this is gonna die. I'm gonna give my mom their car. Oh my God. That is, oh my gosh, yes, I'm gonna give you all of my inheritance. It's all yours. I'm leaving everything in the will to you. I don't know you, but here. That, and then also, I keep getting Facebook scam messages. I got one the other day, and I almost thought it was a real person who wanted to buy something from me. And it said, Katie Hills sent you a message. And then it says, please reply to him as soon as possible. And I went, they forgot and put the wrong gender on there. It's a scammer. So, and I understand that it could be a different person, like a different gender, transgender, anything like that, but they were very clearly not, and very clearly a woman, you know what I'm saying? And so it was like, yeah, they're very clearly just messed up on that when they made that fake profile. So it's like, yep, not falling for that one. And they'll want to buy things I've never listed before for sale. And I'm like, I've literally just posted a picture of it and they want to, I'm like, huh? So I don't understand that either. Go back to MJ's. Whoever called my social security number, got a call that was from my social number stolen, and it is now under a different. It was a scam, and I called on quick. They refused to tell me what name was under, and they wanted my card info. Yeah, shit. Don't you ever? It's terrible. Awful. I'm so glad that I like up until recently. Well, I still don't have a credit card. I have a debit card, but I'm so glad up until recently I haven't. So I had to like struggle with those kinds of things too much. And I haven't like done a whole lot of online, a little bit of online shopping, not a whole lot of online shops, things like that where you really get your stuff stolen. And so I haven't had problems with that, thank God. But I'm sure one day I will. Somehow somebody will get my card number. But I check my things so frequently and it tells whenever somebody purchases. So I should catch it really quick, like Mac did. One night we stayed up, like we were up at like 2 a.m. something. And if if we hadn't have still been awake, we would have had no money because they had taken like $15, 10 or 15. This is what people do. If you don't know and you ever see a charge on your card and it's for like 5, 10, 15, 25, low amount, and you're like, I don't know where that came from. Be aware and look at it and report it, because what they're doing is they're going to spend like 10, 15 bucks, see if it works. Then they're going to start spending the big money. And they did. They started spending hundreds of dollars, and then they tried to thousands of dollars, I think. And before they wiped out his account, we caught it because we were still awake. Otherwise, we would have woken up to the text messages saying, withdrawal of this much, withdrawal of this much. And that would have, we would have had to fight to get that money back. And I don't know that we ever would have. So, and that would have been really bad because that would have been all our money. So, thank God that did not happen. But yeah, call your credit card, your debit card, right? I know. I mean, there's sort of the same thing. It's just, one of them pay now, one pay later. One interest, one not. If I want to go into debt, I'll use the credit, right? Yeah, we don't. Mac has a credit card, so we have one to, like that we can use, but we don't use it that often, which is good. Thank God. I'm glad he's not like. I mean, he likes his Amazon purchases, but he's not, not spending crazy money. Look at you. All right, good. I'll just need to tie this in a knot, and the ears are on, and then we just need whites on the eyes, and we are done. Oops, sorry, guys. Mike with his little antlers. I was going to throw those scraps in my thing, but I can't because they're too many. All right, tied in a knot. Let's do a triple knot. Snip. And tuck it in. Tuck it in, tuck it in, tuck it in. Oh, a temperature pillow. That's a cool idea, Pets World. And if you didn't want to make something huge, you could almost do like a stitch a day instead of like a giant row for a blanket, or you could do like 2 stitches a day, or like, you know what I'm saying? You could make a scarf. Good. There's there are a lot of ways to make little temperature things for sure. Yes, Pets World. That's why I was asking you the other day where you were from, because I was talking to somebody about international shipping, and for some reason I kept having that brain problem where I was like, I can't remember where she's from. What in the world is wrong with me? I know this, and I have that problem sometimes. I'll literally, like in school, I would be doing essays and I would forget how to spell THE. The. I'd be sitting there going, how do I spell that? How do I spell that? Like I would just have a brain like, meh. And anyway, finally, I would be like, oh yeah. But I was just nervous and forget. But anyway, there he is. Now we're going to go put his little whites on his eyes. So I'm going to go grab some. Wait a minute. Do I have some here? Can I find a center pull? Oh, look at that center pull. I don't like center pulls. In case you haven't noticed, I don't really use center pulls. But I don't know. They're just not for me. I get other people like them. And I get why, sort of. But if I'm not going to use it all at once, and I probably am not, then no thank you. All right, let me do this. This is kind of to be doing this with. Hopefully it'll be straightened out. I think it'll be fine. All right, so I'm going to try to put whites around his eyes. If this yarn isn't thick enough, I'll look around and see if I have some, or double it or do something. I just hope it doesn't go behind the eye like it did with little Nala that I'm working on, the little puppy dog that I made, which I think is my last on my Instagram. I had problems with that, the eye on it. Okay, it is going to go up there, so I guess that's okay. Doesn't see, here's what we're doing basically. We're putting the whites around the black eyes to make them a little more cutesy and stuff. Oops, I need the big needle because I can't make it across his face with that tiny needle. It's going to get lost in there, I'm afraid. Tell the tales. Yes, I did. Can't remember who Max said was in the town. I said mayor, but he said someone else. I can't remember. So I find it funny. He just finds it humorous to call you all the townspeople. As if you all live in the same town and we all just live there and crochet all the time. Poor Mac. That's the other reason I didn't go live last week is because my poor husband was sick as a dog. He had food poisoning, so I wasn't streaming in the same level of the house where he was at because y'all don't want to hear that. Yeah. So anyway, but he is doing better now, so that's good. Thankfully, I didn't get the food poisoning. That's why we're pretty sure it was poisoning. But anyway, he's doing better, so the stomach's still not great, but it's a lot better. So, all right, let me pop this through here and do like this. Ah! There we go. See if they're even or not, because I may have to pull them out if they're not even. I often have to redo them, I'm not gonna lie. Kind of rarely does it work out the first time. Not terrible. I kind of think it needs more though. I kind of think, so I tried to start it from down here like in the middle, but the way the stitches are, it's the yarn slid from down here all the way to up here. It's just the way it is, unless I go here. Oh, I could go there. I'm trying to decide if I think this is good enough or if I should redo it. I think it's actually okay now that I'm looking at it in the camera. It's just barely pin out of both pretty relatively evenly. Maybe this one's poking in a little, but maybe because I messed with it. What do we think? Do we think that's pretty good? It was really not fun at all. Yes, it was awful. It was. The jester, yes. Mac is the jester. That's right. I'm going to call you Old McDonald's at a farm. You can make it a girl with eyelashes, right? That would be cute. I don't know if my uncle would appreciate it, but that would actually be really cute. I want to make that would be really cute. I should make a little girl animal though and put eyelashes on it. That would be really cute. Heck, I could probably use an old pair of mine. Be like, I'm done with these. On to the animal you go. Have a second life. The ears move a little bit behind the antlers, but as long as you sit them there, they're fine. But yeah, I think I'm happy with the whites on the eyes now that I'm looking at them. I think so. Sometimes I have to like take a picture of it before I can like fully tell. So I might wait to like tie the knot and take a picture and look at it one more time. But I got a feeling that I'm not going to get them any more symmetrical than they are. So I think I'm going to leave it. Oh, you're a little cuter with the whites around your eyes, I must say. Wait, which string should I pull? This one? Nope, this one. This one. Okay. I had to pull one of them. All right. Okay. Well, I think that looks pretty good, guys. Thank you, Winsome, again. I don't think you're here anymore, but still thank you for helping me get this out because, whoops, sorry. My bad. All right. So, but thank you so much for helping me pull this out because I really did need to finish it because I want to go ahead and give it to him. You know, you never know how things are. So, why does one arm look funny? I don't know. I think it's because it's twisted. That and the way the light is hitting this one versus this one. But yeah, I think he turned out pretty cute. I think the whites around the eyes helped me like him a lot better because at first I was like, he doesn't look like a moose. I was upset because his little mouth isn't like as big as I had. He's a baby moose is what I'm gonna say. And I think that my uncle will still greatly appreciate him because they kind of mentioned it at Christmas, and I was like, oh yeah, maybe I could do that. And of course, okay, sure. Of course, it's been many months since Christmas, so he will not be remembering that I was going to maybe do this, or we even talked about it probably. So I'm excited. What about nose holes? That's the only thing, Pets World. I put nose holes in it earlier, and I didn't really like it, to be honest. I could try it again, potentially here, maybe. Hold on, where's my black yarn? It's right here. I do happen to have black yarn right here, so I can try it. I'll let you guys decide if you like it or not, because I didn't like it when I first did it, but it may have been the placement of them that I did not admire, or it could have been the fact that I made them too large. So I think I'm going to say, let's go right there and right there. I don't know if this is going to be 100% even, but I'm trying without counting stitches anyway. All right, there and there. I'm making tiny ones this time. Last time I made nose holes, I didn't like the look of it. So maybe this will look better. Or they may be completely wonky. Let's find out. I'm not good at embroidery. I've never claimed to be. Embroidery is not my strong suit. I wish it was. I've always wanted to like cross stitch and embroider, but nose holes? Oh, no nose holes. Let's pretend he doesn't have a strings coming outside of his face. That one's a little low. Which one is low? I need to pull this. Nope, not that. This one. Nope, not that one. Keep the wrong tail. I'm trying to tighten one and not the other, and I tightened the wrong one. They're kind of hiding behind the blanket yarn. Actually, I think this is chenille home slim. Sorry, guys. Apparently, there's a frog that has found me. All right. You. There we go. What do we think? Nose holes? No nose holes. Maybe more apart and in the middle. Love it. It's cute like that. It's cute with the nose holes. And then on the apart. They probably should be further apart, actually. Now that I'm looking at them. Because now when I look at person, it looks kind of funky. Let's try that again. Let's try this one more time. Because see, before I made them really big and I put them like over here and over here. I don't. It didn't look right, but I will move them around again and see. Whoops. There it is. I was like, I pulled the string so tight I can't find it. There it is. Wait. This string? Now pull the string. I'm trying to do it without cutting the string so I can reuse it. I hate doing this a lot because it pulls stuffing out, but so even if I end up not doing the nose holes, I'll be okay with it. But let's see. Let's go. I'm trying to find like an even spot because this is a spiral, so it's really hard to find like even locations to get my nose to stick out of. That's kind of partially what the problem is. Okay, let's try this spot. I went right straight through. I forgot that there's not a hole. Like, it's not like a regular sewing needle where there's like a stopping point. You can just pull the whole string through. And I pulled the whole thing through. All right, maybe there. Now I'm not sure if I went through the same hole I was just going through. We're going to try it because we're halfway done doing it. There. Thank you. Yeah, that's what I'm just trying to. Let's see. You like lower down. Oh, she meant lower down, not higher up. Well, crap. Or higher up. So we'll look at that and then we'll. I was like, all right, no. Okay. Oh, all right, let me see. Yeah, I think you're right about. Dang it, stop pulling so much. Why is it not? Okay, I'll show you what I did, but I don't like it. One of them's bigger than the other. Hold on. If I could fix that, I wouldn't hate it so much. Which one? Dang it, I keep pulling the wrong string. Okay, I can remember the short one usually is the first string. The second one would usually, the spiral is throwing me off. I can't even see them. Okay, what if I do this? I'm making it really hard to back out, but that's okay. No, don't do that, Amy. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I was about to go over it twice, but if I don't like where it's at, I'm not lock it in. All right, stop. We don't want to mess up his face, Amy. Come out, wherever you are, please. Somebody. Where's the right? I've got the yarn stuck in there. I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure it out. What did I do? Which one am I? Every time I pull one of the nose things, the other one shrinks. And I'm like, why? That's not what should be shrinking. The tail should be moving, and it's not. Okay, well, I'm going to have to cut it, but it's fine. I'm just cutting the black string. Sorry. I held up a brown loop, not the black. See, this is why I'm like, I don't know about this. Cut. Cut. Is this what happened to me last time? I don't even know. Okay. Perfect. Got it all out. All right. Like I said, I have never claimed to be very talented in embroidery. Not necessarily crochet either, but definitely not embroidery. Lower down. I think right here is the row you need to be at, because I think, you know, we should like, I feel like you look like a pig. I'll do that. I don't know what to do with you. I don't know about the black right this. Conflicted about his nose holes because I keep having such a hard time with them. Maybe it's the fact that I haven't drank water. Jeez. My ice is all melted. I haven't even drank any. Whew. Arthur's laying on my shorts. There we go. Well, I'm so glad we finished this. I think I am good enough with the whites that I'm going to cut and do this. Now I need to take some pictures of him. Day to take pictures of him too. And then I will pack him up and get ready to mail him off. I need to see if I have a box to fit him in. How small can we, how small can I crush you into? Not that small. To look around, see if I have a box suitable for this little guy. All right, here's where the trouble came in last time when I did the eyes. So let's do this gently. Time when I tied the knot in the eyes, I tied it too tight and it pulled the whites behind the eyes, but not this time, thank God. Like, I'm not worried about pulling everything as taut because I know it's for an adult. I don't have to worry about pulling on all the little pieces of it. But the legs and arms were crocheted, so they ain't going anywhere. Oh, that needle doesn't stick to that. I forget. Okay. Yay! No moosey moose. Oh, that sounds cute. Pets World. I should do that. I have a little cat. I don't use it for my needles. I don't know. I want to make some more of them though, because that's a good idea. I should make some more of those soon. We might do that Thursday. I have some little cactuses, and I want to remake them in regular like a cotton, just because they'll be even smaller and like more compact and cute. So maybe we'll do that Thursday if I'm not doing anything else, or if the raccoon is too difficult to do online. I don't know. Vacuum him. Right? Flatten you out with a vacuum seal. Will you ever be the same? He's cute. He's the first, like, I think he's the first, like, little sitting creature that I've done that sits like this with his little arms in the front. Because when I was first making him, I was very confused. And then I was like, oh, he sits like this. Is your head crooked? I think he's got crooked head syndrome. I think he's looking slightly off to the side, but that happens sometimes, as we all know. Even though, didn't I crochet this on, or did I sew it on? I can't tell, remember? Either way, you still look like you're looking slightly off to the side, but you know, we'll just say that's part of you, you know? It's just how you are. It makes you you, Mr. Moose. Aw, yeah, I'm glad I pulled this out. So thank you, Winsome, for asking me about it again. Maybe I will even finish my Triceratops later, since he only has some antlers and some horns, and his little ruffle that goes over his head. I think this one was by Jenna. Crochet by Jenna. He's a big chunky dino. Alrighty. Well, you guys, I spent for a long time today, longer than I thought that I would. Ooh, I have to see the sun. Oh, she made a sun. I have to see it. Oh, thank you, Jazz. He's gonna be fine. He's gonna be all right. He's a good little moose, and I think I'm happy with him. I think a moose is a hard thing. I don't know if anybody could really. I'm sure somebody could do a realistic moose, but my goodness, it would be. Whew. So baby moose it is. But let's see. We should take a thumbnail while we're here, can we? Yeah, we can. All right, we'll take a look here real quick. There we go. Sorry, guys. I know it's kind of weird, but I just wanted a little thumbnail. I can upload it with the video. But I think it was wisdom. Oh, that's where. Oh, it happens. It happens. It happens, MJ. You know, I do that too. For one time, I was like, wait a minute, is their name this or is their name this? Because I had met these two people that came in at like basically at the same time to my chat, and I confused their two names for a while. And then I finally got them straight. I was like, okay, good. Because I think I asked them one day when they came in, I said, this is your name, correct? And they said, yes. And I said, okay, just checking, because for some reason I was thinking that you were maybe this name or maybe that name. It happens. But yeah, you guys, I appreciate you guys so much for being here today. Thank you guys. It means a lot, especially because I had a rough week, but we're trying to be positive and keep it going. Keep it moving, you know what I mean? So I appreciate you guys, and I definitely feel like I'm in a little bit of a better mood now that I streamed today. I feel a little happier, so I appreciate you guys, and I thank you guys so much for being here. If you haven't, please hit the like button, and subscribe, and turn on your notification bell so see me next time when I do go live. And I plan on going live Thursday around frame, sort of. So yeah. I hope to see you guys then, and thank you much. I appreciate you so much, and thank you guys for all the birthday wishes and everything. I appreciate you. Thank you. Bye. Arthur says bye too.